Will.
Kenna.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to
Mind if I
meet
take a seat?
you. Yeah, let's sit down.
How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So I understand your chemical manufacturing plant, you've had some issues. I just want to get a little bit better understanding of y'all's operation today. What are some of the current issues y'all have?
Right now, we've been having a lot of issues with our chemical lines, and specifically, we're having to stop our labor in order to repair them. And that's creating the biggest problem. You know, when we're down, we're not able to, continue production, and that's losing us money. So ultimately that, the fact that we're having to close the plant to have maintenance done is the biggest problem.
Okay, so some of the issues we see with traditional sensors are things like contamination, pressure loss. Is that something y'all having issues with?
Yeah, would be the biggest issue.
Makes sense. And then, as a chemical manufacturing plant, I assume y'all are pretty adapted to new technology, integrating it in your systems.
Absolutely. In order to produce more, we've got to adapt to the newest technology, and just keep it the most efficient as it can be.
And then, assuming you're in charge of operations, is there anybody else I would need to speak to after the sale?
No, I would be the head decision maker.
Got it. So what I'm hearing from you is you've got a lot of issues. Contamination, pressure loss, these are creating lots of downtime for you, making you lose a lot of revenue, causing issues with your customers all.
Yeah, because of the lag in production, then, if we're contaminating our product, one, yes, that's going to cause an issue, but then also delaying production might, is preventing us from getting product to our customers as well. And so that, those two things together are creating issues.
And then what does your operation look like? Are you running mostly chemical, water, oil, or any other things like that?
Just chemical.
Okay, got it. Awesome. And then I'm assuming you need something you can integrate pretty easily into your current system without, we talked about downtime, you want something that you can put in without having to take apart your entire system.
Yeah. If we have to have a little bit of downtime in order to put in something better, of course, we're gonna eat that cost and have a little bit of downtime to integrate that, but then I don't wanna continue having repeat of continuous maintenance because it's still not working correctly.
Okay, so what I've got for you today, if you take a look at your first page in your binder, is our sensor up right here. So we've got, this is our FDQ sensor.
All right.
It's a clamp-on sensor, so we're not having to cut into your pipe like a traditional sensor would, which completely mitigates your issues with contamination and pressure loss.
Okay.
The other huge advantage we have here is if you flip to the last page in here, you're down, yes.
All right.
You talked about having a lot of downtime and that was causing a lot of issues. The advantage of these clamp-on sensors is, installation time is, you have no downtime on your installation. You can simply, once we remove your old sensors, just clamp this on. It takes a matter of maybe 30 seconds to install the sensor. And then any maintenance or downtime, or any maintenance for the sensors, or any replacements on these sensors, you're not gonna need to shut your whole factory down. So you'll be able to keep operations going, just gonna increase your revenue, and just create a more efficient operation. As you can see on this graph, we're averaging about 2 hours of downtime per month compared to our competitors are averaging anywhere from 8 to 12 hours a month of downtime.
Okay.
If you flip back on the second page here, we talked about you've got water, or you've got chemicals for the most part, but if you were ever integrating water, oil, and anything else, we should be able to integrate this into pretty much any system you have. We can use stainless steel, iron, copper, PVC, pretty much any pipe. Our sensors are able to change, we can change the rate of detection throughout them and use them for pretty much anything.
Okay.
Then so the way these work, being a clamp on, if you flip to the next page, we're using essentially a technology that's going to bounce a sonar pulse through your sensor from point A to B and then back to point B to A to get a read of that flow in there.
Okay, and it's continuous then?
Yes, and then if you look at the bottom here, a lot of times you'll have rust build up, other things like that in your pipes, which are going to mess with your sensors. The FDQ will